in the brutal chaos of Sudan's civil war. One name has become a symbol of unimaginable cruelty: Abu Lulu, the butcher of Fasher. This is the story of Al-Fateh Abdullah Idris, a commander in the Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or RSF, whose actions have horrified the world. His story isn't just about one man. It's a window into the devastating conflict tearing Sudan apart, particularly in the long-suffering region of Darfur. So who is Abu Lulu? His real name is Al-Fateh Abdullah Idris. He joined the RSF back in 2013, and thanks to what reports describe as strong family and tribal connections to the top leadership, he climbed the ranks with astonishing speed. His ties to RSF leader Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, known as Hameti, and his brother Abdulrim Dagalo, for whom he served as a personal guard, propelled him into positions of power. He served in special forces, intelligence, and was even reportedly deployed in foreign operations like the one in Yemen before returning to Sudan. By the time civil war erupted, he had reached the rank of brigadier general. To understand Abu Lulu's rise to infamy, we need to understand the war itself. In April 2023, a fragile power-sharing agreement between the Sudanese Armed Forces, or SAF, and the RSF completely collapsed. The two forces, once allies, turned on each other, plunging the nation into a devastating civil war. This conflict didn't happen in a vacuum. It ignited long-standing ethnic tensions and historical fractures, especially in the Darfur region, which has endured cycles of violence for decades. The war became a breeding ground for some of the worst atrocities imaginable. It was in this chaotic environment that Abu Lulu became a household name for all the wrong reasons. His notoriety exploded in late October 2025, after the RSF captured Fasher, the capital of North Darfur. Suddenly, horrifying videos began circulating on social media. These weren't grainy secondhand clips. They were filmed by Abu Lulu himself. In these videos, he is seen personally gunning down unarmed civilians and prisoners of war. The casual brutality was shocking enough, but what came next was even more chilling. Following the massacre, Abu Lulu went on a live stream. In a boastful, remorseless tone, he openly bragged about the killings. He said, and I quote, "I wanted to end 2,000 lives, but I'm sure the number exceeded 2,000. I lost track of it, but I will do it again starting from zero." He was referring to the civilians he had just executed in the streets of Fasher. It was this act of bragging, this complete lack of humanity while celebrating mass murder, that earned him the gruesome moniker, Butcher of Fasher. Witness accounts and international reports paint a grim picture. The executions seen in the videos were not isolated incidents. They were part of a wider systematic campaign of terror unleashed on the people of Fasher after the RSF takeover. This included mass executions, widespread abductions, and other horrific atrocities targeting the civilian population. The city was engulfed in a wave of violence, and Abu Lulu was its most visible and unapologetic face. The global reaction was swift and furious. The video sparked outrage around the world. Human rights organizations condemned the acts, and calls for accountability grew louder. Social media platforms, including TikTok, where he had been live streaming, quickly removed his accounts for violating their policies on violent content. The United States and other international bodies imposed sanctions, not just on individuals, but on the RSF as an organization, citing the widespread human rights abuses. Faced with this intense international pressure, the RSF made a surprising announcement. On October 30th, 2025, just days after the massacre, they publicly stated that they had arrested Abu Lulu. They claimed he and others involved in the violations in Fasher would be held accountable. On the surface, it looked like a step towards justice. But for many Sudanese activists, analysts, and ordinary citizens who have watched the conflict unfold, the announcement was met with deep skepticism. Many view his arrest as nothing more than a public relations stunt. They believe it was a calculated move by the RSF leadership to deflect international condemnation and create the illusion of accountability, without any real intention of delivering justice. The critics argue that arresting one commander does little to address the systemic nature of the violence or the responsibility of the leadership that oversees these forces, and their skepticism appears to have been justified. Several reports emerged suggesting that Abu Lulu's detention was incredibly brief. He was allegedly released shortly after the public announcement of his arrest. The reasons cited were pressure from powerful tribal leaders and influential figures within the RSF hierarchy, demonstrating just how difficult it is to hold powerful individuals accountable in Sudan's fractured landscape. The so-called arrest seemed to be a classic case of catching and releasing, designed to placate the international community while ensuring their commander remained loyal and protected. The case of Abu Lulu is significant because it highlights the pervasive culture of impunity that fuels the conflict in Sudan. When commanders can commit atrocities, film them, brag about them online, and face little to no real consequences, it sends a chilling message. Violence is not only tolerated but can even be a pathway to power and prestige within these armed groups. His story underscores the immense challenges of achieving justice and accountability in the middle of an active war zone, where the lines between soldier, warlord, and war criminal are terrifyingly blurred. In summary, Abu Lulu is more than just a rogue commander. He is a product and a symbol of the brutal war in Sudan. A man who rose through the ranks of a powerful paramilitary group, and then, in the city of Fasher, allegedly committed and boasted about mass murder on a horrifying scale. While his own organization, the RSF, claimed to have arrested him, serious doubts remain about whether any true accountability will ever be served. His case leaves us with a deeply troubling question. If a man can broadcast his own war crimes to the world and walk free, what hope is there for justice for the thousands of victims in Sudan? The story of the Butcher of Fasher is a stark reminder of the human cost of this conflict and the urgent need for the international community to push for real, meaningful justice, not just for the people of Fasher, but for all of Sudan. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth stories from around the world.